A judge yesterday issued a ruling to approve full funding for food stamps for this month of November, and the current administration is trying to block it. Here's why. Yesterday, a federal court judge issued a ruling mandating that full funding of food stamps be released, rather than the roughly 50% of benefits approved currently by emergency funding. So currently, we have about $5 billion in emergency funding for food stamps, and it costs roughly $8 to $9 billion a month for the full coverage of food stamps. The current administration has asked First Circuit Court judges to block or overturn the District Court judges' orders. Circuit Court, District Court, stating that approval of additional funding is a legislative job and not a judicial one, which is implying that the judge is currently doing a violation of separation of powers. And separation of powers, for those that don't know, judicial, which is judges and stuff, can approve or deny based on the law, and it cannot approve or deny funding, which is the primary issue here. In other words, judicial branch interprets the law. Legislative, which is Congress and stuff, can approve or deny funding. In other words, it creates or changes the law. And executive branch, which is the president and stuff, can approve or withhold programs and funding, but only within the limits of what Congress and courts permit. In other words, they enforce the law. So this is kind of a classic separation of powers thing. Technically, the judicial branch is making a call that only the legislative branch can make, and the legislative branch is currently shut down. The executive branch is saying, hey, you can't do that. And they're asking First Circuit Court judges to block or overturn the District Court judges' orders because it's violating the separation of powers. That's really it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching.